This is my first live feed. I'm going to be soldering some sunflower corners today. A little too breezy. Close the window a little bit. All right. Need to moisten my sponge for my soldering iron. No viewers yet. Hopefully somebody will find me and want to watch. That's okay. I'm not sure how to do this yet, so. Wish I could play some music. It's too quiet. Thank you for joining in and watching. I'm working on some sunflower corners. Don't need this now. Welcome to those that have joined in. This is my first attempt at a live stream. I'm a stained glass artist with 40 years experience. YouTube is something new that I've just started in the last year or so. I have a shop on Etsy. If you'd like to look at it, it is Buckeye Glass Studio. I suppose it wouldn't hurt for me to make a little label and put it on the table here while I'm working, so you could refer to it if you want to, if you wanted to go visit my shop. That's Georgie, my protector. When I solder the outside edge, especially on the straight edges, I'm careful not to get any drips over the edge because I'll be putting zinc, U-zinc cane on the edge there. And I'm also careful not to, when I'm beading like this, I don't want to go to the very edge on these straight edges because I'm going to have to attach that zinc cane. Can I get a few likes from those that are watching me? This is my first live stream. I will learn as I go. For those of you that want to learn more about working with stained glass. I'm working on these sunflower corners that are going to go into my Etsy shop. All right, move that one aside. Oops. I'm flexing the points where the pieces come together, and then I'm going to tack solder them together so it won't shift on me. And I can move that out of the way. That is my shop on Etsy, Buckeye Glass Studio, buckeyeglassstudio.etsy.com. My prices are very reasonable on my items in the shop. I like to keep them affordable. If anyone, for anyone who likes stained glass and would like a piece, I have a variety of price ranges, different size items. And I do accept special orders. Can't remember if I did the very outside edge. I need to tin that as well. All right. If you're interested in learning how to do stained glass, please follow my channel. Lil Bingo, I'm not sure if you're still with me. You asked, what is this? I am soldering stained glass. Lil Bingo, I'm not sure if you're still with me. You asked, what is this? I am soldering stained glass. If you're still with me, I am bringing up our live feed on my computer, so if you have any questions, I'll be able to see them. This is my first ever live stream, so I'm still learning. But I hope you enjoy watching me solder today. And I hear my neighbor's little dog barking. It's a nice day here in Northwest Ohio. High about 75. I've got the windows open. I know YouTube has their rules about music. I usually listen to music while I'm working. And I guess if I was to have anything playing, it would have to be not copyrighted. I usually listen to my Amazon Prime music. I've got Alexa devices.
You want to see your devices?
No, I don't. Quit listening. If you have any questions, feel free to type them in. I'm viewing on my computer as well. I can answer your questions. For those of you not familiar with it, this is the Tiffany method of stained glass. Louis Comfort Tiffany designed the copper foil method when he started working on his fancy lamps. He did traditional leaded windows, but those can be pretty heavy when you do very detailed stained glass lamps. So he invented the copper foil method. And this is just an expansion of that. Each piece of stained glass is cut, ground, fitted, and then foiled with copper foil, and then soldered together. And this solder is not like plumbing solder. It has no flux in it. It is made from lead and tin. If you caught me fluxing, it does have to be fluxed. You have to put flux on the copper foil before you solder it. It prepares the copper to get ready for soldering. All right, I've got that done on both sides. I am going to I need my zinc so I can put the zinc edging on the straight edges. So, and I did not check to see if I have enough, so hopefully I have enough light U zinc to put around these. It looks like I do. All right. If you're enjoying watching me make these corners, window corners, please like my video, my first live stream. Or type in any suggestions, give me ideas, hints of what I should do, shouldn't do. It's a learning experience for me. I've only been doing YouTube videos for about the last year, so this is all new to me. All right. This is my light U zinc that I'm going to put on the straight edges. I will miter the corner. I have some heavy wire cutters that I'll use to cut this. Find my marker. Cut it down. I'm going to miter down here. Those that are watching, if you have any questions, go ahead and type them in. I've been going on live for about 30 minutes here, and I'm soldering 2 sunflower corners. They go into corners of windows. And I've got them soldered on both sides right now, and I'm doing the edging. I need to WD-40 my wire cutters. They don't open up like they should. Motorcycles are out today. It's nice. I'm going to turn my camera around. Bear with me for a minute. Oh, turn my phone around, rather. Now, bear with me. This is all new to me. All right, I think I liked it better the way it was. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. Any questions you may have. I'm working on zinc framing. Hi, Astro. Thank you for joining. I need to miter the corner. If you do live streams, please give me some hints. This is my first ever one. I'm not quite sure what I'm doing. Still learning the best camera placement, smartphone placement. If you enjoy learning how to do stained glass, please follow my channel. I plan on doing more live streams. I seem to do the most of my work after 1 p.m. Eastern Time. I may start live streaming all my afternoons that I am working. It's my understanding that YouTube takes the live streams and makes them videos, so you can always refer back then to the videos. This afternoon I've been working on soldering these corners, and I've got them beaded, both corners beaded. on each side. And now I'm working on, and that's not behaving. Let's flux it some more. I don't like sharp edges. All right. Now I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to tack solder where the zinc joins the seams. You had eye surgery a couple days ago, Astro? Well, I'm glad you're watching today. What kind of surgery did you have? I have to, well, I'm 60 years old and I've been pretty lucky with my eyesight, but I'm at the point now where I need reading glasses. And I have to wear my glasses to do things like this. I really don't need glasses to drive. And I've tried bifocals, no line bifocals, never. Yes, you Astro, you said you had eye surgery. What exactly did you have done? Cataracts, or was it something else that you had done? We definitely need our eyes. Oh, you have the bifocals. Okay. I always have a hard time with the bifocals. I guess you need to adjust the height of your head. So you either have the bifocal part of the glasses or where you don't need them. Like when I had bifocals, I would have a hard time just walking up and down stairs. So I'm one of those that are always taking on and off my glasses. Need them to read, need them to do this. I don't need my glasses to watch television. I've had some friends joke with me that I need to have one of those strings or chains around my neck, so I'll be taking my glasses on and off. All right. I've got the zinc around the outside edge. Now I want to do nice beading on this edge. And we need to flux that, need to flux it. It prepares the copper for the solder. Apologize for my phone going in and out. Yeah, I'm due to go to the eye doctor too and get a checkup. I'm sure he'll give me a new prescription of eyeglasses. Oh, I'm not sure how well you're going to be able to see this. Let me try adjusting my camera. I think I need to go a little bit higher. I'm going to do these edges first, and then I'll turn it around and do the other edges. Adjust my solder here. And I need to try and hold it level. And I don't like how that is going on. Try that again. I just want a nice rounded bead on the edge there. And I will continue doing that. Sometimes it can be finicky, and I have to go over it a few times to get the bead to look. Yeah, Astro, yes, that's a sunflower. They've been very popular in my Etsy shop. I have been thinking about making the same design in different colors because too, in a way, it almost looks like a daisy. I was thinking maybe some pink petals. Or maybe a yellow center and white petals. All right, flip it around, and I'm going to do these edges that I haven't done yet. If you're just joining me, I'm Wendy. I'm a glass artist that has been working with stained glass for over 40 years. YouTube is kind of new to me. I just started a channel and putting videos on it about a year ago. This is my first live stream. Okay, Astro, thanks for watching. Bye for now. Astro's been watching and typing to me. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. This is my first live stream, so I'm learning. If you have any suggestions or questions, feel free to type them to me. Need to adjust my spool of solder. I've got that. I need to go over the corner here and where the zinc meets up with the bottom of the petals. I'm just going to fill that in with some solder. And I got a little bit too much. Smooth that out. All right, that looks better. And I have that covered. Come around to this one. Put some solder on that. I have enough on the iron tip already. All right. Now on where the flat sides meet, put a little there. If you're enjoying my video stream, please give it a like. If you have any questions, feel free to type some questions or suggestions. All right, this is done, but I am going to double check because I soldered the outside edge. There might be some drips and in some cases flat spots. I want it to look nice, so I'm going to go over those. If you're enjoying my live stream, please follow my channel, subscribe to my channel. I see a spot I want to touch up. All right. Now check the back side. Trying to get the bead to look nice. There we go. Now I need to put some hooks on it. This is a left-hand corner sunflower, and so this would be the corner of the window it would go in. I'm going to put a loop here and down here on the edge, so whoever purchases it will be able to hang it in their window. I have some tinned wire already rolled. Actually, these hooks are kind of big. Let me wrap and make some new hooks. Need to get my wire. It is buried on my workbench under some other stuff. All right. This is some silver over copper wire. Trying to hold it up to the camera so you can make it out. There we go. All right. And an easy way to make these wire loops is just wrap it around the base of your flux brush. And so I'm going to do that. I'm going to need 4 of these loops, 2 for each corner. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this around a few times. I'll do 5 or 6 so I know for sure I have enough. And then with my wire cutters, cut it off the spool. Okay. Cut off that tail. Cut off that tail. And cut 1 loop. Get it bent the way I like it. All right. cut a second loop. I'm going to get my regular needle nose pliers. And get that. I'm not quite sure I like how round that is. It's kind of oval shaped. How does my other one look? All right, that's better. That's a better looking circle. All right, there's one loop. Oh, some of these turned out kind of oval. I think I kind of smushed it. Let's try another one. I just want things to look uniform. All right. I'm going to flip it over to the back side. This is our top corner. So that's where I want to put the hooks. And we need to flux these as well. And hold it still. Get a little bit of solder on my iron. And solder that on. Hold it while the solder sets. All right. Now we'll put the other loop on. This one will go towards the edge. Flux that. Hold it still. Hold that while the solder sets up. All right. I'm looking at where we soldered those on. It's still hot. Metal conducts heat. So I'm going to go in there with a little solder where the zinc meets up with the hook. And I'm going to try not to heat it up too much. You heat it up too much, and that ring is going to fall off. All right. Now let's do it to this one. Being finicky. There we go. That's better. Now I want to go over everything I've soldered. If there is a sharp point, I don't want anything sharp for the customers when they touch it. There are some solder blobs, those will come off. Solder blobs on the glass. Checking for any sharpness. All right, that one's done. I still need to do the zinc framing and beaded edges on the other corner. So I'll move this out of the way. If you're just joining me, I'm a stained glass artist, 40 years experience, and I've been soldering the sunflower corners today. This is my first ever live stream. So if you have any questions or comments or hints or tips, please share them with me. When cutting zinc, you can use a miter box and a hacksaw, or if you have a little chop saw, electric chop saw, you can do that. With this light U zinc, I use heavy duty wire cutters, and as long as I snip the sides, then I can bend it and break it to what I need. All right. I like mitered corners. I'm going to go ahead and use my wire cutter to miter. Just cut off that little bit. You can probably hear the wind coming through my window. It was a little bit too breezy to have the window all the way open. And it's getting very windy now. It is a nice day here in Northwest Ohio. I am going to close that window though. I have a fan running. I'm going to turn my other fan on so I don't get too warm. And I have a fan blowing across my workbench here where I'm soldering. All right, got that where I want it. Make sure that comes up to the corner. And we got a flux. Where the zinc joins. And put a dot of solder there. I can always come back later to make it look nice. You don't need a lot, just a little bit. All right. This one is too short, so that's some extra zinc I'll put in my drawer here if I have to work on something that's smaller. I'm pretty pleased with this U zinc. I purchased it off of Amazon, and it just comes in, it's a little bit more than 2 feet long, already pre-cut in smaller lengths. Most zinc comes in 6-foot lengths, and when you buy things that long and have to have it shipped, the shipping costs get expensive and the boxing costs. I'm looking for my black marker. That's what I've been doing here. Looking for my black marker so I can mark the zinc where I want to trim it. All right. And of course, I'm a Prime member with Amazon. Free shipping, that kind of thing. And so if I only need a little bit of something, and I can get free shipping. I'm very happy with that. And there's quite a few stained glass shops that have websites that also sell on Amazon. So depending on what I need, how much I need, would it be cheaper for me to purchase it off of Amazon and possibly get free shipping? Or buy right from the glass shop's website to get my supplies? Especially the way the economy is, if we can save a couple dollars, it makes sense to save those couple dollars because we need them to put it in our gas tanks. All right. Now I'm going to tack, I'm going to solder, flux and solder where this piece of zinc comes on the edge. Flux it and flux it. I'll worry about the very edge here, down here, in a minute. Let's get this tacked on right here. All right. Flip it to the other side. Welcome. If you're just joining me, I'm Wendy. I'm a stained glass artist. I've been working with stained glass for 40 years, and I'm finishing up on the sunflower corners. I've got the zinc tacked on here, and now I'm going to go and finish the outside edges. If you have any questions, feel free to type them out to me. Or if you have any hints. This is my first ever live stream, so I'm learning, I guess. All right. I'm going to spool out my solder a little bit more. And work on the outside edges here. need to try and hold it level. I hope you can view it pretty well. Looks like the camera goes in and out of focus when I move. You hear the wind coming through my windows. It's a nice day here in Northwest Ohio, but it's pretty breezy. Give me a second. I'm going to go close that window. It's nice to have a cross breeze by having front and back windows open, but when they start getting a hold of things and banging them around. All right, where was I? I need to do, where was I? Okay, I got that side done. Now I'm going to start soldering the other sides of these pedals. If you have any questions or you just want to say hi, feel free to type them in. I've also got my computer open so I can view comments and questions. Now I want to work on the ends and the corner. Make those look nice. If you're enjoying this live stream, please subscribe to my channel. I plan on doing this more often. Trying to make the edge look nice, the tip. And it looks like I have everything beaded, but now I want to look at, I see some copper foil I want to trim. Cut that off. I want to touch up on the edges here. Since we beaded the edges, it made some of these ends a little wrinkled. I put cork on my Homosoap board to make my Homosoap board last longer. It is quite expensive anymore. So the longer I can make that last, the better. So I got these sheets of thin cork. They're actually adhesive on one side. And I just use those to solder on. Getting there, almost done. And then when I'm done touching up with this solder, I will put the hooks on it. And then both of these corners will be complete. If you're interested in purchasing them, you can see them in my Etsy shop at buckeyeglassstudio.etsy.com. I try to keep my prices very reasonable. All right, this is a right-hand corner. So this would go in the corner of a window. So I'm going to put a hook here and a hook down here. Right? Let me double check on my other one. Yes, this was our left corner. And this is our right corner. And I'll flip it over. And a hook here and a hook here. This is just tinned wire that I've wrapped around the end of my flux brush to try and make a nice round circle. And get my pliers and close it up a little. If you're just joining in, I'm Wendy. I'm a stained glass artist. I've been working with glass for over 40 years, and I've just started a YouTube channel about a year ago, and this is my first live stream. So this is something new for me. If you have any questions or just want to make a comment, go ahead and type one in. If you have a question, I will read it on my computer, and I will answer you right now. If you want to learn more about working with stained glass, please subscribe to my channel. Right now, I'm going to flux, or I'm going to solder these hooks on. Solder them onto the zinc. I want a little bit more. Sometimes you have to hold your iron there and warm up the zinc. And it's being finicky, causing a spur. Hold that there till it sets, cools. It does not want to behave. Hopefully I can fix, and there it goes. Let's try that again. I need to wrap up some more loops. Almost done. I'm just wrapping tinned wire around the end of my flux brush. Almost done with these corners. All right, there we go. Let me clean that up a little bit. All right, I'm going to flux it again. And flux my hook. Hopefully we can get this hook to take a little bit better. It's always fun trying to work with both hands. All right. I've got both hooks attached now. I want to look at where they meet the zinc from this side and over here. I'm going to flux that and add a little bit of solder to it, and then I'll be done. If you're just joining in, I am just finishing up on making a pair of sunflower corners for a window. I have a shop on Etsy, Buckeye Glass Studio. Now I'm checking to see if I have any solder spurs. I don't want anything sharp. And I am all done. Thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Wendy with Buckeye Glass Studio, and this was my first ever live stream. Thank you so much. Bye. don't know how to stop it. How do I stop the video?